Hi everyone! In this video I will tell you about how to create a form with the table, parameters and the Save button. In the constructor, we will use a lot of different elements, data sources, actions and etc. In this example, we will look at how to add just one table to a form, but it can be many. This table, it's a report, manufacturing costs. This report we will use to display in the form. It contains two parameters, scenarios and calendar. Well, forms are needed to configure a custom view of the different elements, logic and actions. Here we can also add other tables and elements too. Okay, let's configure this form from scratch. Go to the navigator, create form, open constructor, and here we need to add two layouts, two containers. Okay, for the first container we should add three elements, two drop-down lists, and one button for the Save button. Okay, and for the second we need just a table. Let's set the name, scenario, and calendar. And let's set the name for the button, Save. Okay, now we can see these drop-down lists and let's configure direction of elements and let's add the gap 10 pixels between these elements in the container, and now we can see it in one line. Okay, great. Here we will see the table a bit later. For the drop-down list we should add data sources. Our data sources for this form are scenarios dictionary, calendar dictionary and manufacturing costs report. Let's add these data sources and add template for the dictionary scenario, add template for the dictionary calendar and add template for the report manufacturing costs. In the dictionary scenario, we should find out identifier 144 and we should set the name scenario and dictionary ID 144. Dictionary source selection mode for this example is default value, for instance, and default value 1. 1 means ID for the first element in this dictionary. The same for the calendar, identifier 83 and identifier of the element 2021. Set the name, calendar. Okay, dictionary ID 83. Okay, default value, we can paste it. And dictionary source selection mode is default value 2. Okay, apply. For the report, we need just identifier. Yeah, okay. Set the name and pivot ID Okay, apply. Now let's link our sources for our elements. Attribute to display name. For the calendar, source is calendar dictionary, attribute name. Okay, and for the table, source of the data display is manufacturing costs report. Save. And now we can see these elements with data. But we also need to add links between our report and these parameters. We can copy it and paste the code for the parameters, for the parameters 1 and 2 in the report, and UR source IDs 3 and 4. Its ID from these elements. We can see it in the JSON editor. Here, yes, ID 3. Yeah, okay, save. And now we can change the mark in the scenario parameter, and we can see the data has been changed too. Now let's add the action for the save button to save data in our report. From the template, okay, for the save button we should add action for clicking, save, apply, save. Okay, and now we can change data and save it. Here for this form you can add other elements, other tables, and you can change the view. For example, we can reduce width for our first container, for example 50%. Okay, apply. And we can see the changes. Okay, it was about how to create a form with a table. Thank you for your attention.